Hi, my name's Julia Dee and I'm the owner of two businesses. One's called Designer Alterations, which is an alteration and tailoring business, and the other business is a product business. Going into people's wardrobes, I found that people wanted to know how to hang, how to pack, how to fold, what were the right coat hangers, how should you store, and I couldn't find all these products on the market, so I developed my own. I launched Total Wardrobe Care, and I'm here today with Katie to talk about Wardrobe Detox. We're hearing the same complaints and concerns over and over and over again. I've got too many clothes, I don't know what to wear, I can't find them, I've got duplicates. And so I've asked Katie if today we could go through her wardrobe and deal with her concerns and her worries about her wardrobe. And so that's what we're sharing with you.
I'm an appointment-based business. I have to meet people on a daily basis, so I'm always having one-to-one appointments or doing business presentations, so I always want to look my best. And I have the children and I have to drop them off sometimes before or pick them up afterwards, so I'm going between places, and sometimes I have to sort of just grab what I can from my wardrobe rather than think about it really thoroughly. And I'd like to have a little bit more help in not having so many duplications in my wardrobe, and also making my wardrobe really workable and ready to go. I just have too much stuff and it's time to have a little detox.
So I'm going into Katie's wardrobe. It's a little bit tight and there isn't an awful lot of room to stand back and have a good look. So the first thing I suggest we do is take everything out of the wardrobe. That in itself can be quite overwhelming. So I suggest that we start with one section at a time. And we'll start with trousers. So what we'll do is take every pair of trousers out, and then Katie will try each pair on, and then we'll evaluate the trousers, make sure that all of them fit, and then they go back into the wardrobe.
I don't wonder whether I need to have them altered or get rid, or whether I've got a duplicate of something like this. So I'm just sort of in limbo land of these, so I'd love your opinion on this, Julia.
That's the trouble. We all have 2 or 3 different sizes in our wardrobes, and they're not a bad fit, Katie. I mean, if we were going to alter them, yes, we could take the backs in a little bit.
I want my wardrobe to be impeccable so that I look brilliant in whatever I wear, whether it's just having a mummy day or whether I'm having a professional speaking day or whatever it is. I want to, always be able to grab something and look great.
Okay, so you've answered the question. Let's get those taken in and let's get them into the wardrobe. So here's my box of tricks. I've got my pin holder, my scissors, my tape measure, my threads. I need a big pin for the centre back of Katie's trousers.
Should I put some shoes on, Julia?
Yes, and let's check the right hem length.
They're a similar height to what I would wear.
Okay, so they come to the base of the heel. Yes, you could go a bit flatter with those. And pin in the middle, or get them pinned in the middle, and then braided all the way through. Like this, if they're just done to there, you'll have this nasty little pooky bit. And that's why you need to be confident in the person that's going to do the alterations. But this is good because this brings it in, so it's bringing in the hips and it's bringing in the waist. How do those feel? Comfortable? Good?
Yeah. Oh, you need to do this really regularly.
Yeah, and thoroughly.
I
Isn't
think
it
it's
amazing?
possibly been 2 years since I've done this. But what it doesn't make, this is part of the problem I have, is because I feel like I should be able to do all this stuff myself.
Well, you don't have the time, Katie.
And I don't have the time, and it's just a... This is a skirt that I really generally just wear for special occasions or going out to the theatre or whatever. I love it. It's tired and it's got caught on things
That's the trouble with the beading, isn't it?
Yeah, and the mesh.
Mm.
But it's a pretty good fit.
Okay, so you've got five skirts.
It's shocking, isn't it?
So we've been through skirts, and Katie's actually only got 3, 4, 5 skirts. So she's obviously not a skirt kind of a person, but she's still got one for every occasion. So we've put them neatly on the same hanger, and these will now go back in the wardrobe. And what we'll do is we'll put one of our hanging sachets in between the trousers and the skirts. These are anti-moth hanging sachets.
This I've sort of kept it for old time's sake and now started wearing it because it's silly leaving it in the cupboard, but
yeah,
it's sort of fun for evening, I guess.
Yeah,
really
it's
more
gorgeous. So if you have a look at this hanger, this is probably one of the best coat hangers. It's rubber, it's non-slip, it curves like your shoulder, and it's nice and narrow. If I show you, it's quite wide in the wardrobe, and there's quite a depth on it there as well, and it pokes out slightly here, okay? Whereas on the narrower coat hanger, there you are, it sits better, it's not so wide, and it doesn't take up so much room in the wardrobe.
Another vintage piece that I would love to wear, but I know it's not quite right, and it's one of those things I haven't got around to bringing to a tailor to have a look at. The sleeve's too long.
Sleeves are too long, so automatically it looks like it's too big for you. But what we can do is very easily shorten the sleeves. That's maybe a little too much. The rule of thumb here is actually about the thumb, and it's 2 finger widths from this knuckle joint here is the correct length for your jacket. Sleeve width, again, I would take 1/2 inch out of that, just make it a little narrower. The shoulder width is too much. I would think at some stage there'd been a shoulder pad in there because there seems to be room. I would definitely narrow the shoulder here. And I probably would put a small pad in there just to lift it very slightly. So now we've done jackets, and this is Katie's jacket collection now. Katie's very clear that these can all go back in the wardrobe, and that she does have a use for every single jacket. And now we're on to dresses. Katie's got a lot of dresses. But there are some that she obviously wears a lot more than others, and so we're going to go through them and then perhaps archive the ones that she only uses for special occasions and put them in a garment bag and put them in the spare room wardrobe. So this is a very cute dress that Katie's got on now, and she wears it with some leggings, so that's going to go back in the wardrobe. And Katie's just shown me this, which I think is very cute, and she says it belongs to her mum, but and it looks fabulous on her. But she's not wearing it because she said that that's around the time her parents split up. And so I've suggested that she gives it a wash and then hangs it outside to dry and lets all the fresh air blow any emotions away. So hopefully she'll wear this dress. So Katie's emptying the wardrobe, and we're finding all sorts of treasure. And it's all going on the bed. One very empty wardrobe. Hooray! Finished wardrobe. All neat and tidy. Trousers straight ahead, skirts, shoes, and jackets above. Dresses now to the side, all colour coordinated.
This is June, our quality controller. What are you doing here, June?
Measuring the length of the trousers. So you shorten the trousers and you need to check if both legs are measuring the same.
So you're hand stitching,
Yes.
weaving. So here we're steaming.
What's it like a month later? Does your wardrobe work for you?
It's brilliant, Julia, actually, yes. So I've been wearing more of a selection of my wardrobe since it's been done, which has been brilliant, so I can be much more adaptable very quickly. Everything's been in sections, so it's much more organised. And obviously, since you've done the alterations, I've got a fully working wardrobe, so that's just been brilliant. So I've had these altered now, so I've got these back. And what you did here was take it in at the back where they were just completely unwearable, where I've sort of changed size over the years. You've cropped these jeans that I just wasn't using, and they're brilliant now for the park and, you know, just wearing casually. And these gorgeous wool trousers that I loved and bought from a gorgeous vintage shop, I couldn't wear at all because they were way too tiny because they're from the 70s. And you've been cleverly put a gusset in and opened out the side seams. So that's my alteration. So I've got a working wardrobe again.
So I think that's the measure of a good wardrobe detox, is that if you can go in a month later and it's all still functioning, it's all still working, because I know we all grab things at the last minute and hurl things around. So I think this is a good result. Well done, Katie.